What's up gamers, in today's video we're going to be talking about a bird that can fly, otherwise known as Cloud Retainer. Now there's been a lot of doom posting about Cloud Retainer and her kit, so after seeing all this you might want to know who actually benefits from her. So that's why I'm here to talk about all the characters that Cloud Retainer actually buffs. So since I hate long intros, and I know you probably do too, let's get straight into the video. I'd like to start off by reminding you that Cloud Retainer is a healer. So if you lack a 5-star healer in any team, just slide Cloud Retainer in there. She's animal, she can hold VV, and provides good team-wide healing. Therefore she can literally be a Jean replacement. If your account somehow managed to escape the grasp of Jean, then Cloud Retainer is always an option. If you want to use her because you sim for birds for some reason, I mean, I don't judge, but if that's the only reason you're going for her, teams like the Double Hydra team, Mono Hydra team, or any Hyper Bloom team can use Xianyun. You know why? Because she's just a Jean replacement. You don't even need to use plunge attacks in these teams. Just use Cloud Retainer to heal and you're all set. In short, she's a healer, so she can do healer things. And people tend to forget that. But now for the actual characters that benefit from her kit. The first character I'm going to be talking about is Xiao. Who would have known? Xiao's kit revolves around jumping up and down like her on a pogo stick, and Xianyun's kit is just there to buff the pogo stick, which means that Xiao is definitely going to benefit from her. The current best Xiao team includes Xiao, Farzan, Freena, and Jean. But since Jean is just there to heal, funnel energy for the team, and carry VV, which will literally only help Freena since Hydra is the only swirlable element, she might as well just pack her bags and leave, because Xianyun can do the exact same thing but improves Xiao's damage. This team is just straight up buffs for Xiao. Freena helps with sub DPS and buffs, Farzan helps with buffs as well, Xianyun helps with buffs and grouping. Is what I would say if they didn't remove her grouping from her past. If you main this tall 6'5 Lamenter, then I highly recommend pulling for Xianyun, as she will really help him a lot with damage. Now for another character that Xianyun buffs, Freena. Now, Freena gets a very obvious buff from Cloud Retainer, not because you're going to be seeing a plunge attacking C0 Freena, but because she's a healer. Since Freena drains the entire team's HP, she really needs a good healer. Jean was the go-to healer mainly because she could heal the entire team with her burst, but now we have Xianyun, who can heal the entire team with her burst as well. But she also has passive healing that heals the entire team, which is very helpful. But now you're not limited to just using Freena with Jean. Keep in mind that if you're a fat, filthy whale like my friend over here with his C6 Freena, just know the plunge attack Freena definitely becomes a thing. But with the C6 Freena, you don't even need a healer in this team, so I don't even know how that will work. But let's move on to another character that Xianyun buffs, Diluc. Wow, I'm about to remind you about that time you pulled a Diluc when you were summoning and thought you wouldn't need to use him. You probably left him at level 20 after you pulled him, totally forgetting about his existence. Look at you now, huh? You might as well start leveling him up before Xianyun comes out because he actually has a purpose now. This is because Diluc has one of the highest plunge attack multipliers in the entire game. You'd want to use Diluc in this team with him as a main DPS, Freena as the sub DPS and support, Bennett as the buffer, and Xianyun as the healer and the buffer. Sure, you won't be vaporizing all his hits, but Freena will be vaporizing some of her hits if he isn't, and his personal damage is going to be super high as well. You can also run him in a double Hydra team where you'd replace Bennett with Yelan. Just be sure to weave in some normal attacks in Diluc's combos. For example, you can do all the support characters' bursts and skills, and then use Diluc's normal attack, plunge, then normal attack, and just continue doing that exact same thing. Something else you should be doing is liking, subscribing, and joining my Discord down below. It's crazy that you got this far into the video, so why not help support me? You clicking the subscribe button effortlessly really helps me out a lot, and if you're a new player that needs help with building your characters or making new teams, my Discord server is a great place to be because I and a few other people will gladly help you with any of the problems you're currently facing in Genshin Impact. And it only takes one click, so why not join? Anyway, with that out of the way, let's talk about another character that benefits highly from Xianyun. And that character is no one other than Mr. Gao Ming. Since he's a pyro main DPS character that focuses primarily on doing plunge attack damage, Xianyun is going to be a massive help in boosting his damage. He's looking to be one of the strongest 4-star DPS characters in the entire game. Even him at C0 is comparable to some 4-stars at C6. These 4-star DPS characters better watch out because I don't think he's playing any games when it comes to his damage. Get it? Gaming, gaming. Now for another character Xianyun buffs, Hu Tao. Now currently Hu Tao's best team is a double Hydra team comp with her, Yelan, Freena, and Jean. Hu Tao has always appreciated a double Hydra team, and you can run her in different teams like this one or this one, but this is definitely her best one. Now Jean's only role in this team is to hold VV and provide healing for fanfare, but if you swap her out for Cloud Retainer, Hu Tao can now use plunges in her rotation. What this would look like is your Hu Tao will do a charge attack, and instead of jumping to cancel her charge animation, you jump to do a plunge attack. This should help with energy because while you're doing your plunge attack, attack, you gain very little energy, but it's still energy, and it makes your gameplay feel much more comfortable. Keep in mind that this only applies to a C0 Hu Tao. If you're a C1 Hu Tao gamer, then doing this is just going to be a waste of damage, and it's better to just dash cancel. A lot of you have probably already realized that the problem with this team is that plunging with Hu Tao will not proc the arrows from Yelan's burst, but that's okay because of two reasons. One is because Hu Tao has a very high plunge attack multiplier, so her plunging being buffed by Xianyun will be able to justify for not proccing Yelan's burst. And two, because she might be able to vaporize some hits on her plunges, which will just be really insane for her damage. And if she fails to vaporize, then Furina could probably get some vaporized hits in. You're definitely missing out on some of Yelan's personal damage, but don't forget she also provides buffs from her passive. And since you're going to be charge attacking in the rotations, she's still going to be doing some damage, and she's not just going to be a sitting duck. But that's it for Hu Tao. Now for the other character benefiting from Cloud Retainer's kit, the popsicle boy Xianyun. Now Xianyun, just like Diluc, has a pretty high punch damage multiplier, so him in a hypercarry team like this one is definitely his best option. He's not the strongest character in the game right now, but he's definitely going to be used more after Cloud Retainer's release. His role in this team is just to do damage. Shenna buffs him, so does Furina, and Cloud Retainer buffs him as well. So as you can see, it's really just a team that increases his damage by a lot. Anyway, those are the characters that Xianyun buffs. If you enjoyed the video, why not like, subscribe, and join my Discord down below. I'm closing in on 1,000 subscribers, and I would really appreciate it if you can help me reach my goal by subscribing. If you want a cool, fun place to hang out and talk about Genshin stuff, my Discord is just the right place for you. So if you want to be a part of my community, the link is in the description and the comment section. Thanks for watching, bye.